What is up guys, my name is Anubis and today I got a little video for you guys on how to make your own custom YouTube banner. Now this video is quite easy to follow, and if you wish to make this banner I will leave the link to this in the description down below to this preset that I have made for you guys. And honestly this banner is quite easy to do, it takes not a lot of effort, it only requires that you do have Photoshop. Now what this is it's a simple banner but it looks really nice. So let's start with the Twitter and Twitch. Now you will have everything on the side nicely laid out into folders, so if you want to do this by yourself if you wish you can, or if you're not that experienced and you just want to follow the tutorial, then follow the tutorial right here. Now we're going to open the Twitter and Twitch, and you'll see that in here you have your two folders for Twitter and Twitch. Obviously this can be changed if you wish, but if you go to Twitter, you have the Twitter logo, you have the follow me on Twitter, and then you have your name here. To change your name here, you just double click on this T icon and you type in what you wish. So for example, for me it will be @nerd_Anubis. Now once you have done that, you can just get out of this, and then you can go into the Twitch folder and do the exact same thing. Change this here and change it to @whatever your name is. Well, again, for me is nerd_Anubis. So once you have done that, you can get out of it. One thing, if you do not have either Twitch or Twitter, you can just simply click on the folder and click the delete button, and then you can take that, take the other folder and simply move it into position like so, just so it's in the middle. It looks a bit nicer, but we're not gonna do that this time, so I'm gonna revert to this. So you have your Twitter, you have your Twitch set up. Now let's get to your little logo, which is gonna be here, your actual name, and as well as your slogan. So if we go in here, you have your slogan. If you go into slogan, you have just the text. Again, click on the T and you may change this slogan to anything you wish. I'm going to keep it to welcome to my channel, gaming tutorial fun. Next part is your logo. Your logo just consists of text. If you do not have a logo, you could just leave this out, but I do highly suggest that you do get a logo. For me is, if I go here is my logo. I simply just drag and drop the Photoshop edited logo, and you can see it's already got its own shadow, it doesn't have a background. I simply just get it over here. If you want to make something smaller equally from each side, just hold Shift and Alt and then drag from the corner down. That equally puts it down. Then press enter once you're satisfied with the size. I'm going to change it a bit, and like so. Now as you can see, this is a bit skewed. What you can do is you can hold the Control key, you can click on this top one, hold and click, and then basically just drag it along to skew your logo, and this skew will make your logo kind of skew with this. Then what you can do is you can delete your logo here, and you have your own custom logo right there. Obviously you can change the position of this as much as you want, it's all up to you, it's a free thing, you know, it's freeform thing, so you can change it as much as you want. But that's basically our logo done, so we can get out of this folder, and now we can go down to the banner. Now this is probably the most complicated part of the tutorial, but it's still quite simple. What you gotta do is you gotta go over here and click this text icon. Now select your font, which for me it will be the Big Noodle Titling, great font I have to say, and then simply click on the banner. Make sure the color is black so you can see the font, and just type in what you want as the main thing on the banner. Now I want Nerd Anubis. Now what I'm gonna do is, once I've typed that in, I'm gonna click on the actual like just next to the font, so it no longer is editable font, but it's more like a layer in Photoshop. And what you do is you hit Control T and it lets you enlarge it, and just make it as big as you want on the banner. Make it match the size of the banner, and once you're happy with that, press enter. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go zoom in a bit, so hold Alt and zoom in with your scroll wheel. And what you want to do is you want to grab this tool, which is called the magic wand tool, all the way up here. You want to click on the first letter and then hold down the shift key and click the rest of the letters. What this does is it highlights the letters, or it gives them an outline. Now once you have done that, click on the layer 7, select the rubber or razor tool, enlarge the size of the eraser tool to how big you need it, and simply just wipe out. You won't see any change, but really what's happening is there is a change on the white banner behind here. Now we can go back to the select tool, select Nerd Anubis as it says here, and simply delete this layer. Oh, okay, sorry. What you want to do is you want to click this tool quickly and just click randomly off, so deselects. Now delete the Nerd Anubis layer, and now what you have is the text is actually embedded in the banner itself, which I think is a cool effect when you have a picture behind. Obviously it doesn't look as good because we have this kind of default picture, but it does give you that name being embedded in the actual banner. Now we have done our banner. We're gonna avoid flare. Flare is just this little glow you have here. You can just avoid that. I mean, if you wish, you can change the color of it, but I wouldn't recommend it. We're going to background. Now the background is the middle section right here. What you want to do is you want to find a picture of the internet. So for example, with me, I have my stock items, my PNGs, and I have my PNGs a little bit organized. And what I do with my PNGs is I will select a random PNG, or you can just go on the internet and select one that looks good, the one that will kind of match. So for example, I have high rise. Just take your picture, drag it and drop it. It might take a bit of time to load. There we go. Drag and drop it. And what you want to do is you want to enlarge it all the way. Click enter, so you know, format, and then just you want to kind of move the picture around, so it because where you're trying to get it is in this little section in the middle. So from this corner to this corner to this corner to this corner, just this little middle part. That's the part that will be visible on all. That's the part that's the main important part. I mean, the most important is the little square in here, because that will be visible on everything, and that's where that whole channel is. But basically what you want to do is you want to change it. So I want the helicopter, I want a lot of the helicopter in the thing, but I don't want to stretch it because it doesn't look nice. So I'm going to stretch it up a bit, and now we got the helicopter in the video excuse me, in the actual frame. So what we want to do is we want to select this square, select this rectangular Mercury tool, sorry for my pronunciation. Click on this top line here, drag and make an outline in like this center bit. It should outline the center bit. Then you make sure you have the high rise or whatever your picture is layer selected, then click hold down control and click J. This will only cut out the middle area, and what this looks like now is if I was to delete this, it just has the middle section, which is what you're looking for. Now what you want to do is you want to drag that layer that you copied, so layer 9 for me it is, and drop it into the background. Drop it below layer 6 copy, because that is kind of a filter on top, which you will see the effect of later. Then you can delete layer 8, which was a preset. Then take high rise, Control T, and basically make it fit the rest of the screen. Once you have done that, take the high rise and drop it into blur background. We're gonna deal with it later on. Now what you want to do is, as you can see, this already has a cool, nice kind of glowy outshine effect. But what else you want to do is you want to double click on the layer, and it'll bring out the layer style kind of thing here. What you want to go to is to color overlay. You want to make it black. You want to add soft light, and then just mess around with the opacity to whatever you like. Now the lower the opacity, the less visible the effect, but the higher the opacity, the more it brings out like the darker shadows, and the more it makes your actual logo stand out. I have it at 77 because that's a nice average for most of my banners. The other thing you want to add is a inner shadow, and this will add like this kind of shadow towards the outsides of your thing. The way you want to set it up is you want to have it on angle at -90 degrees, have an offset so you don't have the top being shadowed up. So for example, if I don't have an offset, there's a shadow at the top. If I do have an offset, there isn't a shadow at the top. That's what you want. You want just the shadow on the left, right, and the bottom. And just again, mess around with this for whatever you like. You know, change the choke, change the size, make it look to your preferences. It's completely how you prefer it. I just think the shadow around the outside and around the bottoms and sides just looks a bit nicer. Now, basically, we just done a background. That background is done. What we do now is we're going to blur background, select the high-rise, the actual high-rise picture. Make sure it's below layer 6 again. Click Control T and just raise it up a bit, I guess, just to make it like fit the whole screen. Like you see how this kind of matches up together. Just that's what I try to do, just match it up so it looks a bit nicer. And once you have done that, what you gotta do is you gotta double click on this and do the exact same effect. Sorry for that cut, guys. As I was saying, you gotta go into the blend options and you gotta click on color overlay and have the exact same effect. So soft and light, 77 for me, and make sure the color is black. Now click OK once you've done that, and you see this has this really cool kind of grimy kind of effect to everything and looks really nice. Now what you gotta do is, once you can delete the bottom one, which is the YouTube channel art kind of thing, that is in the background, that's unimportant. What you can do now is, once you have this layer selected, go to filters, blur, and Gaussian blur. Now you want to set the blur to whoever you like, to whoever like the look of. I believe that this banner looks the nicest on 20. 20 looks the nicest on this banner, and that's probably what you want to have. But for your picture, you can have anything. Just don't go too much. You want to be able to make out the picture, what is in the background, but it doesn't have to be the main attraction. And now, basically, our banner is finished. Now, what your banner will be visible on your PC is this whole middle bit. On tablets, it only will be visible from these little blocks, and on phones, it only will be visible in the main section where your actual name is. That's why we have it this way. The reason why we have the big blur is because that's for the TV. If anyone sees your video on the TV, they will see that blur in the background, but your main channel thing will still stand out, and it will be amazing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you guys for watching, and hope this helps you out. If you still need any help with this, then send me a private message, or on Twitter, or try to leave a comment on one of my videos, and I will try helping you out. Maybe I can make a custom actual logo for you guys, and I hope it does help you out. For now, this is Anubis signing out. See you guys.